All righty, and I'm live. Good morning. Adjust this a little bit. So I am back home. Ta-da! Back in Illinois. We're in Missouri for a funeral. I was enjoying the warmer weather there. And for my little breakfast chat, I'll give a few minutes for people to sign in, realizing I'm here. For those who catch the replay, once again, my sponsor at Cutco Knives. His link is in the description. Appreciate you go visit him there. If you want some high quality knives that you'll have forever, this is definitely a knife to get. I wonder if I have my other two here real close. Ah, here we go. So, good morning, everybody. John from McBean Scottish Fitness. It looks like I'm going to be dropping back down to my 242-pound class for the meet on Sunday. Only because I've lost so much weight fighting this cold and flu that I'm basically going to just drop back down to 242-pound class and knock out some records there. It'll be a lot easier to do. And I'll kind of go from there. This week's going to be a very interesting and challenging week. For the most part, that I'm going to have to try to maintain my strength, which has dropped considerably fighting this cold and flu. Not sure, I may have been walking pneumonia. I know I have not been feeling really well, but just been taking Mucinex to try to loosen everything up. During the mornings are a little rough. Then during the day I feel pretty good. Kind of get around just well, and then it gets back until the evenings. If there's anybody on there, give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Should be pretty good data-wise. So today's going to be a little simple. Just cooked up the rest of my bacon. I'll have to bring some more out of the freezer. I got me fresh eggs from the neighbor. I'll pop a couple of those. Head to the gym. I'm probably going to do a bench day, probably on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And see if I can get up to at least a 425 pause bench. Before I left on Thursday we left. I did a 405, but it was very difficult. And that's just because I'm fighting this bug that just wants to stay around and constantly mess with me. Come on. So I got my regimen of vitamins. I got my multivitamin that I'll be taking. Kind of a catch-all. I got NAC, which maintains cellular health and normal immune function. Super B complex for energy. Vitamin D3 for skin health and immunity. Vitamin C. Can't live without that. Immunity, if you don't get vitamin C, you start having all sorts of problems with your liver. Zinc for immunity, and nitrogen for heart and blood vessel health. So hopefully, usually I get a few people by now. While I was on my mini vacation, I was posting a lot of the older videos, kind of giving you an idea as how much work I have put in over the last couple of years to maintain my level of strength in that. It's something you constantly got to be doing year after year after year after year, and still try to keep your joints healthy, still try to keep your body from really wearing down. And one of the main challenges is keeping yourself motivated. It's really difficult to keep yourself going at it, keep yourself pushing at it, especially when you have times when you get sick or you get injured or your level of strength is just decreasing, because it will do that from time to time, and you got to fight through it. You gotta have that conversation. Is it time for me now to sit there and just hang it up and kind of do my little retirement, or do I keep pushing at it? And I always say I keep pushing at it. Okay, I just want to make sure I got a good signal here. So we stopped at a few phone calls. It's not showing anybody on chat, so I don't know if I have anybody on or not. If you are on chat, if you could shoot me a number one, let me know that audio and video is working. A lot of times YouTube, or just being out here in the middle of nowhere, gets a little iffy. I know Michael at the Body Beatdown is doing a painting. He said he'll join here later on when he gets a chance. I kind of swooped on there. And I know John over at Prepper Nation was having a pretty good chat going on. And I usually get a few people from his channel over. Hopefully my European friends are still doing well. We're not getting a lot of clear information about what's going on over there in Russia and Ukraine. Most information we see is suspect as being bogus. So we kind of go on that. So anyway, I stopped at the knife factory or outlet in Lebanon, Missouri, my travels. And I picked me up some toys. It was my birthday. I was allowed to. So here's I don't know if you all read it, but Magnum by Broker or Bruker. Okay, there we go. Maybe I'll read it there. But and a real nice knife. I like the Damascus steel. Then I also did like the Native American portion on that. Hopefully that comes out pretty clear. And I got that because my wife's Native American. And I thought it was a pretty nice knife. It might end up being hers, and I'm okay with that. But then I did buy another one, just in case that happened. This was a $90 knife that they had on sale for, I think, $57. really high quality. And then I got a really high quality case. So this one here, Case makes some really high quality pocket knives. This one here was a $100 knife that they marked down, and I ended up getting for $37. My grandpa had a knife something like this that he gave me. I still have somewhere. And even though it's have a small knife in that, I ended up cutting a muffler strap off on my car on the way to Michigan, and my muffler was dragging. I had to get rid of it. So I'm down there with a knife like this, sawing on it. It did the trick. I was really surprised. So I did do a little video of the outlet center there in Lebanon, Missouri. You want to check that video out. They have a lot of fun stuff there. So I did give me a thumbs up on that. Somebody can say hello, let me know who you are. I do like interacting with my subscribers. It makes the chat more enjoyable when it's a two-way chat and not just me talking. So usually I compete in the 275-pound class. Well, I did last year anyway. Before that, I would compete in the 242 and fighting all this cold and flu and whatever the hell it is I have. I weighed myself this morning at 248. So all I need to do is drop 6 pounds this week, which is really easy to do. A lot of times you just drop the water weight. But what I'll do is I'll eat better calories and then do longer workouts. So I'll be competing in a 242-pound class, which I'm trying to look up the record in WUAP, but they really haven't upgraded the records. Steve, good morning. Thanks for joining in. I don't know how long you've been hanging around, Steve. Did you get to see the knives I bought? If not, I'll show them to you again. I got time. So basically, just cooking bacon and eggs today, along with some milk for protein. Go to the gym and do a bench. Miss Worm, hello. Let me bring Miss Binks in for you. Thank you, Kitty. Want to come in and say hi to Miss Worm? Here. Let's go say hi to Miss Worm. All the way from England. So say hello, Miss Worm. He goes, hello. Go, hi. Hi there. So she was in this morning, got some petting, and ran out and I got her some food. And she was right back at the door again going, let me in, let me in. So her video of her bringing that mouse up to me got like 2,200 views already. And then I just voted her definitely this morning and posted her coming in the house. She just loves to have loving. Yes, you do. And she'd stay in the house all the time if I let her, but she's an outside cat. And she's an excellent hunter. Excellent. Say bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. Let me get you back in your chair. She's probably, yeah, so I got one posted from this morning, her coming in, just uploaded. And then would have been Thursday morning or Wednesday, I posted her bringing up an offering with a mouse, which she does almost daily. She's really good at catching mice. She's really a wonderful, wonderful hunter. Usually my farmhouse, before she became the pet, I would probably catch 30 to 40 mice during the winter in the mouse traps. And this year I caught 3. And I haven't had one in the house probably in the last 2 months. Better knocking wood on that one. She keeps them pushed away. Mice, moles, voles, rats, birds, maybe rabbits. She gets them all. So she's definitely found a way in here. Quickly go over things now. Hope you appreciated the dad joke. Went through the vitamin regimen and that. Went through the knives that I bought at the outlet store in Lebanon, Missouri. So here's the first one I bought. It's a Damascus steel knife. And what I liked about it, it had a Native American etching in there. And my wife's Lakota Sioux Indian, so I bought that. And she may end up with it. If not, maybe I'll give it to her for her birthday. And then the other one was the case knife. It's a little bit smaller knives this time. But this is a really high quality knife. Even though it's small, it's a $100 knife that for whatever reason they marked down to $37. So I ended up getting it. I do collect these. A lot of them I use. This one will be more of a showcase one. It's like my dress jewelry, you know, we go to weddings or funerals and that. I usually have a really nice sheath knife that I wear off my belt. And I have a few of those. You go with different outfits. When I was at the funeral, I had the bronze one on for the wake and the silver one on for the funeral. And it's just how I roll. So I'm down to 248. I was up to 262 probably 3 weeks ago. Give you an idea how much fun this cold and flu's been. So on the plus size, I get to compete in a lighter weight class, which I think my opening weight will be a national record. Unfortunately, there won't be a weight that I've been pushing 3-4 weeks ago. Unfortunately, those have went away, which is going to happen when your body's fighting a virus. So I'm going to keep the protein intake up, but usually I cook 3 or 4 eggs. I'm just cooking 2. I want to slowly, by Saturday evening, be at 242. I'll go in on Saturday and weigh in. And a dirk, well, they're sheath knives, so I guess you call them dirks. Got one out in the car, but it did move it in the turnaround. Let's see if I got one up close. Okay, I'm back. So this is a sheath knife. So they come in a sheath. It's a fixed blade knife. Now this is one everyday one. All right, it's one that I would carry out in the woods, and maybe use chop small branches out of the way and stuff. Which part of Scotland is your family from? Oh, they're from like the Loch Ness area. So it's Clan MacBean. There are other spellings of the name. MacBean, Macbeth, MacVean, MacBain, Bean, Bane, Veen. All of them are family names. And I think they came over about 4 generations ago. And when they did, they shortened their name from MacBean to Bean. Because at the time, in the New York area, in those areas, they wouldn't hire Irish. And even though they're Scottish, no one can tell the difference for whatever reason. So they shortened their name. Hey, runner boy, how you doing? Glad you made it. So when I was in the Army, I had the opportunity to go back to my family's original name. So I called my parents and asked them what they thought about me from changing my name to Bean back to MacBean. And they gave me their blessing, so I did. So the funny part of that is all my brothers and my sisters still go by Bean. I'm the only one that goes by MacBean. So I did that back in 1981. I met my wife, I think, in 1989 when we started dating. Her name is Shelley. And they used to tease her when she was a girl, saying that she was going to marry a Bean and she would be a Shelley Bean. And she said, I'll never marry a Bean. She did. But I changed my name to MacBean. So luckily for me, 7 years before that, I had done that, not knowing it. So it's kind of one of those, truth is stranger than fiction things. They used to tease her that she would marry a Bean, and she ended up marrying me, and I'm a MacBean. My name used to be Bean. Never say never. It was one of those fun antidotes to learn. There we go. And then let me show you another one that she got me. This will be the shirt I'll be wearing on St. Patty's Day. And hopefully you can read it. It might be backwards. It says everybody's a little Irish on St. Patty's Day, except the Scottish. We're still Scottish. And that's the shirt I'll be wearing next Thursday on St. Patty's Day when we go down to Utica. They always have a really good St. Patrick's Day with live bands and all that good stuff. But I also have Scottish, yep. Scottish Irish are pretty much cousins. But mostly Scottish, Dutch, and Prussian. Because most of us are mixed breeds anyway, as they would say. I do want to get to Scotland maybe in the next year or two, but it might be 3 or 4 years. But I picked up a new job that's close to home, only 12 miles down the road, which is a good thing considering now gas is $4.20 a gallon. So this week basically is going to be train hard, eat clean, get down to 242, and to do the best I can on the meet on Sunday the 13th, which I should hopefully be able to live stream. 50-50 Scottish and English. Very cool. So my two daughters are redheads. Definitely have the Scottish look amongst them. My son, he takes after his mama. And he's the one with the dark hair and tans really well. So yeah, the meet will probably start around 10 a.m. Central Time here in the States. Probably runs till about 3. We have a good turnout. 242 is 2 of me. Yeah, it's me on my light side. Like I said, the heaviest I've ever been was 265. My past drinking habit. There you go, Steve. So I only drink on days that end with Y. Actually, with this flu I've been fighting, I haven't been drinking that much. I'm kind of staying away from it. Just haven't been in the mood. Hopefully I'll be over that by Thursday. And that's probably a good reason why I'm down to 248, because I haven't been drinking beer, and I usually do have a couple beers before in the evening. So here's my Fairlife milk. Remember, 13 grams per serving instead of 8. Half the sugar, and no lactose to worry about. Don't gingers naturally produce more vitamin D? No, gingers actually need more vitamin D because we don't have the ability to tan very well. So really for gingers, we need to take the vitamin D. Now, you can produce all the vitamin D you need during the day if you're outside and you're exposed to direct sunlight for 15 minutes. For us, for my youngest, it probably doesn't happen at all because she is just as pale as can be. My oldest, she'll tan like me. I can tan, I just don't tan dark. So it's probably more like a half hour for us to produce it. My wife, it's probably 5 minutes. Being a Lakota Indian, she tans just like that. Then my boy, the same thing. He takes after that side. So generally for the redheads, we do need to take more vitamin D. My youngest is extremely white. We tell her she needs to use sun blocker 5000. She just doesn't really have any ability to tan whatsoever. She got the full-fledged amount of it. Poor girl. But she's got the beautiful red hair, which I wanted. I told the wife, if we have girls, we want them to be redheads. And both were. And I'm kind of glad the boy was not redhead. I think red hair looks better on the girls than it does the boys. My dad was a redhead. My oldest brother had reddish hair. I was a blonde before everything went gray. But just looking forward to getting back into the gym today. Knock out some bench. I'll knock out some triceps, probably some military. So I probably won't do the really long warm-ups that I usually do and go for the heavy weights and try to knock out some singles really quick. Trying to see if I can still push up 405. Sister was a ginger, then she dyed her hair. Why would she dye her hair? Why would she? Red hair, why would you dye it? Tell your sister she needs to let it grow back. My niece has beautiful red hair. She's does makeup for the people in the fashion industry and that. And she was talking about dyeing it. I said, don't you dare. So you got beautiful hair. People wish they had. Sit there and dye it. Just silly. Love that bacon. In a minute, the kitty was bringing her mouse up. She must have just went to the potty real quick. So yeah, all this is going to be in Germany next week for some training. And hi, Banks. And I got a piece of artwork that a buddy of mine in Germany made for me that hopefully she picks up. Then I start my new job on the 21st. Yeah, my beard came out dark red. Now the first time I grew it, it was this flame red. And slowly over the years, it turned white on me. What you gonna do? Well, I've had my beard probably since I was 24. I've had a beard. I've only shaved it off, I think, twice. And both times I was informed to grow it right back. Still not sure how to take that. So what? Binks wants back in. You're all right out there. You got your house. Oh, and it is folded up. We have to fix that. That's what the wife said. But anyway, let me see, been on for what, half hour? Not too bad. So it's nice to be back home. It was nice to be back in our own bed. Even though the bed we were sleeping in was comfortable. But it was a full-size bed. It doesn't allow us to sit there and do any moving. Connor, how you doing? Good to see you, brother. I figured about 6 weeks, both you and I should be back to 100%. Should be easy peasy. I want to see something here. Not doing what I thought I'd do. There we go. There we go. So yeah, Connor looks like I'll be competing at 242 Sunday instead of 275 because I have dropped the weight. I was 248 this morning. So it's easier for me to drop 6 pounds and then compete at the lower weight. Body beat down Michael. Glad you can make it. Body Beatdown's got a good channel. You should check it out. Does some interesting things on fitness and that, and keeps you motivated. So if you get a chance, give him a subscribe and a thumbs up on some of his things. So yeah, Connor, just push what you can. Every workout, just get up 5 pounds. And you'll find within 6 weeks, you should be back to 100%. After weigh-in, do I eat a lot? Yes, I do. That's why you weigh in the day before. After I weigh in, it'll be eat. I'll probably be about 250 pounds time I compete. Appreciate it. I'll be live streaming that, Connor. So, hope everybody will see that. We get a lot of girls competing, a lot of young kids competing. It's a good community there. I really like the people that go to that gym. One of the guys, Jim, he's gonna be going after a 500-pound bench, so should be pretty impressive. He's man. So if you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do. That will help. Hazer, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. So a couple things to go over. So you that are joining later, I'll be competing at 242 on Sunday instead of 275, which will make it easier for me to break records. We were going over the type of knives. So we're showing Mrs. Warren, this is what a sheath knife looks like. Basically, it's a fixed blade knife, means it doesn't move. This one's my everyday one. I didn't pay much for it, maybe $30 at the outpost in Utica. They have a big wall of knives. And then I stopped in Lebanon, Missouri, at the outlet store. Just made a video of. And I ended up picking this one up. Oh, nice Damascus blade. Really high quality knife. I got this one for I think $57. And then give you an idea. Really 100. Sorry about that. $100 knife that they marked down to $37. And it said Army on it. So I couldn't resist. You can tell really what's my all-time best bench? Good question. So in a sanctioned meet, my best was 202.5 kilos, which is about 446 pounds. And that was in November of last year. In the gym, back in 2020, I did 480. Sorry about that. And step away for a minute. So yeah, in the gym I did 480 back in 20. Before I got sick, I did manage to hit 465 again. And it helped to be back there again in about 6 weeks. No, I do not. Uh, I use vitamins, minerals, lots of food, a lot of protein, and a lot of hard work. 45 years of hard work, just keeping at it. The only problem with those type of products and that is they strengthen your muscles, but they don't strengthen up your ligaments or your tendons. And I do see people that end up getting tore up by it. What's with you? What you want? What you want? My goodness, out there making a fuss. Yes, you were. You were making a fuss. So they're jumping at the door, meowing. You're getting spoiled. Yeah, you are. You're getting spoiled. I probably spoiled you. No, this is Binks. And she loves to have attention. She doesn't like to be out of it and that. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'll be doing a bench, tricep, and shoulder workout to prepare for it. And we'll see how well I do. I'll live stream it. And hopefully I'll at least hit, in the 400s. But that's the crazy thing about this sport is, you can be Superman and then you end up getting a little injury or catching a bug or whatever and, knock 40, 50 pounds off your bench right away. But no, I don't use any gear. I don't recommend it. If you do, that's fine. You're adults. But it's not for me. So as strong as I am, I don't feel I need it. If you haven't hit the thumbs up yet, please do. So we're just kind of talking about what my plan is to in warm-ups. I usually go up to 365. And because you need to be prepared to push the heavier weights. Depending on how my Friday workout goes, they're opening up at 180 kilos, which is about 397. Or if it doesn't go as well as I think, then I'll open up at 170 kilos. Both of those lifts are going to be national records in that federation. And then I'll work at it and try to come back, just blow it away come nationals. We'll have to see how that goes. Oh yeah, boy, just being a lovey-dovey. That's as long as she stayed up here. I mean, like this. Usually she likes to just sit on my lap, but I think she's learning how to worm her way in here more and more often. So yeah, I'll probably open up either 170, 180 kilos. Then depending on that lift goes, I'll go up 5 pounds. And then if that goes up smooth, I'll go up another 5 pounds and call it a good meet. I gotta set her back outside. I know. There we go. She's really pretty good about sprinting back in. But she's learning, and she doesn't push it too hard. She gets more time in here. So, feeling halfway decent. Hacked up most of my stuff from this morning. Taking a long hot shower to break all that stuff loose. Head to the gym, workout. I'll do a couple of videos at the gym and post them up later. See if I can do a singlet 405. It'll be interesting to see because I did have a rough weekend traveling and just coughing. But we'll see how it goes. And then Wednesday, if I continue to improve, try for like a 410 or 415. If I can hit a 425 pause by Friday, I'll feel really good about the meet. It's just how it is, and hold down the lower weight. So it should be pretty easy as long as I don't drink any beer. I should be able to drop that 6 pounds with no problem. So if there's no more questions than that, I appreciate everybody joining in, and definitely stay healthy out there. Stay active. Remember, nutrition is the key. Eat clean. Eat plenty of protein. Get your 6 hours of sleep or more a night, and just get in the gym and lift. All right, I should have my new shirt order. Hopefully it'll come in the middle of this week so I can start sending out some of my orders. If you are interested in them, it is posted on my community page. $20 for subscribers and $17 for members. Shipping is $7.50. But if you do want one and you're over in Europe, send me your address and I'll get a quote, and then we'll go from there. Otherwise, appreciate you all stopping in. Miss Warren Binks, appreciate you stopping in. Michael Body Beat Bon Connor, thank you. And Steve and Edgar, you guys have a wonderful day. Oh, got another thumbs up. Appreciate it. And if you do have any questions, you pop them in real quick or put them in just regular comments. If you want a video, certain video, something different made, just let me know. And I will make it for you as long as it's legal in most of the lower 48 states. So everybody have a wonderful morning or evening, depending where you're at. And remember, just get in the gym and lift. Do something that's good for you. Make yourself a better person. Slow and steady wins the race.